Hola Sombrero Time teachers, this is St. Patrick's Day. You got your green on? I hope you do, because the kids will pinch you. And gosh, some of us have learned that the hard way, so I've been wearing lots of green today. But I hope you had a good day and hope it was a fun one. This is your instructor training video for Spanish 2, Unit 6. Week 4. Can you believe we only have 2 more units after this? This year is coming to a close really quick. You'll be blinking and it will be in May. So, anyway, I wanted to say this is an assessment. Now go back to your overview and your benchmarks. What are we trying to really emphasize is units of the house, not units of the house, rooms of the house, activities associated in those rooms, describing and naming foods, describing and naming the kitchen, name and describe the daily meals, name the pieces of a place setting, and then we're going into the stories. So, this is a big articulation week for your Spanish 2 kids. We've got 4 pretty hefty written assessments. Day 1 is for las oraciones completas, page 129, and page 130. Now I'm saying do both of those on one day. That is a lot. Look over the whole week. I have the 4th day is a really light day. It's a game day, but it also can be a makeup day. What I really want you guys to focus on is the kids being able to articulate one of the stories and to get through a lot of the written assessment. There's 4 pages to it. So and what I want you to do is prep everything. So when they're going to do oraciones completas, tell them look for that 1 or 2 errors so that it is consistent. Todo es masculino, todo es femenino. You know, really give them an idea and then let them go. Now, also give yourself some time to do some corrections. Some of you that are rotating and have a lot of students, what you want to do is have them switch books, get out a red pencil, and then you guys correct it together. That is actually a great teaching moment. When kids are looking and they're correcting other people's work, that is doing direct teaching. We're looking at what was wrong with the sentence and correcting it. You can also have those kids share the ideas because some of them are just to build a sentence, and so they can share each other's ideas as well. But let that happen within the classroom for those of you that have many, many students. Now, the other worksheet, el comedor, donde comemos, is on page 126. This is on day 2. So what they're going to do is dibujar el servicio y poner los nombres de las cosas. Okay, so they're going to build that out. Now, they had a really hard time with this part last year. We're hoping that they do a whole lot better. They take one of these words and then they plug it in down here. Okay? Where the comer is in parentheses, here are their options. They're going to put in one of those options. So you might want to just even verbally express, okay, aquí dice comer, tenemos comemos, come y como. ¿Cuál va aquí? And then don't just ask the question, don't give them the answer, because that's for them to do on their own. Okay. The retell, we're going to be dividing kids into groups of 5 to 6 kids, or if you have smaller classes, 3 to 4 kids, and assigning a story to them. And you can let the kids pick their story, whatever story they like the most. Have them practice it, do it as a group, get them into groups, have them read the story out loud, the 5 things that were really important. And then give the kids the opportunity together as a team to retell the story. So someone starts with el principio y que sigue, la tercera persona y lo que Lo que es la última cosa que va. So, have the teacher, you should be walking around and listening to the kids articulating the story. So they should get to the point where they're able to retell it without reading it. Okay, so give them that opportunity. You might need to, on the first or second day, to really give them an example of what this looks like. So if you have a kid that is verbally really strong, bring them up and maybe you and that kid together can kind of go back and forth and retell a story. Give them an example if they're struggling with this, okay? But it's basically, if you took the 5 sentences that they filled in after los dibujos, the drawing chart, that's basically what they should be able to retell. But you don't just want them to memorize. You really want them to think about the story and come up with their 3 favorite things that happened in it, or 3 or 4 things that really tells the story. Okay. You continue with that on day 3. It's going to take you a while to get through the kids, but you want to see everybody talking. And then on day 3, we have another written assessment, which is, do we have 2 more? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, day 3, los cuartos de la casa, you want to have them finish, you know, they want to put the number of the picture next to the number of the word and then write something about what they do in that room. They can go back to the poem, they can expand from the poem. This is a great thing then to do a correction where you exchange books and do that. And then the last one is really an open-ended. Now this is day 4. Have the students write a description of their house. This is super open-ended. So you might want to just speak through an example. En mi casa tengo una cocina roja y tiene un refrigerador blanco y es muy grande o es pequeña, tiene muchas ventanas en la cocina. Something like that. Go ahead and talk them through that so they have an idea of what you're really looking for. This is probably the first time we've given them something so open-ended and wide open. This can be very terrifying for kids. So don't forget that you really want to say cualquier cosa de tu casa. Whatever you want to write about to describe your house. But we want to hear all about it. Okay? So you're going to give them at least 10 minutes. Nobody can be done in those 10 minutes unless they've finished the whole page. So don't take 2 or 3 sentences and they go, oh, I'm done. Estoy terminada. No, sigues. Hay algo más que puedes escribir. Okay? So push in on them. And then if you have time, play charades or something fun to end the week. But have fun with this. It should be a great review. Hasta luego.